Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a mood reading vlog. I spent the week reading books I'm in the mood for, so I hope you enjoy. Let's go read some books. Yes, I'm just about to start the first book for this week's video, and I just wanted to start it here and then we'll go into B-roll because my washer is currently on and it's very loud, so I didn't want that to be a background noise for this introduction clip. But I have two books I'm thinking of. Since this is a mood reading vlog, I think I'm just gonna read the first chapter of both of these books and see which one makes me more excited to carry on with it. So the two books I have are both from my library, and I'm starting with these books because these books are both due in like 6 days, and I would love to get them finished so that they can go on to the next person because I cannot renew the loan. I mean, I can, but it's going to be like weeks until I get them back. So I have Society of Lies, which is this author's debut novel, I think, from what I read, and it's a domestic thriller, and it's about this woman who goes to her little sister's graduation, and her little sister is actually dead when she arrives. So there's that, and then there's also Nothing Like the Movie, which is better than the movie's sequel. If you guys watched a vlog where I read popular book talk romance books, I think that was the title, I don't know, I'll put it up here. I didn't have the best time with this book. I mean, I enjoyed it, it was cute for what it is, but it was very young. To me, it read very young, which duh, these people are in high school, Kaylin. I mean, that's an obvious fact, but sometimes I'll read books that are set with younger characters and they don't read like really young. This just reads very young and like cheesy, and that's typically why I don't really read a lot of romance, because it does have that cheesiness, which romance do need to have that cheesiness. And that's why my favorite authors for romance are like Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, like people like that, because they don't write that cheesiness. So I don't know, but I'm gonna give the sequel a shot because I want to find out what happens to this couple and how they carry on through college, because I think they go off to college after this ended because they were seniors in high school. So I'm gonna read the chapter of both, see which one I like more, and then I'll let you know which one I chose. Just finished reading the prologue for Society of Lies, and the only thing I know about this is we're following this woman who goes to Princeton and she's hoping to get into this club that like will set up her future for her. Throughout the night she finds this guy watching her, and at the end of the night this guy approaches her and he's like, "You've been tapped for the Greystone Society. Few people know about, like it's not really a well-known thing," and he's like, "You have 30 seconds to decide. Once I leave, offer's done." And she's like, "I'm in." So there's where that left off. So now I'm going to read the first chapter of Nothing Like the Movies, and I will come back and let you know which one I decide to go with. Shocking. I think I'm gonna go with Nothing Like the Movies. It's just pulled me in, and the writing better than the movies. Like I think it reads a little more mature, and I can't say what's going on in this book obviously because it would spoil it, but already I'm like, what's gonna happen? So I think I'm gonna go with Nothing Like the Movies. So we're gonna continue reading and see where the day takes us. I've just sat down to have my lunch, which is a personal recipe of mine. It's my broccoli, cheddar, potato, sausage soup. It sounds gross when I say it like that, but it is so freaking good. I've made it so many times. It's my favorite soup of mine that I make, and it's a perfect fall day. And also I am feeling a little under the weather, so I'm just having soup, but I'm going to actually read while I eat my lunch. I'm 20% of the way through this book, and my initial thoughts was I liked it in the start, and then I got into it and I was like, okay, this is not really much different, like the writing wise, from Better Than the Movies. And there's something about her writing that I just don't like, and I think one of the big things is she references like pop culture things, and that's one of my icks in books. Like I just don't really care when books reference like pop culture things and like what's going on in the day and age. Like I just don't like it because I'm trying to read to escape. I don't really want to hear about certain things, and I don't know, it just feels young too, and these characters are now in their 20s. Well, they just turned 20, I guess I should say. And I don't know, they're also trying to act like they're so much older than everyone else in college. They're like, oh, they're babies, the freshmen. But I'm like, you guys are 2 years older than them. You are still a baby. But then I have to tell myself that these characters are the oldest they've ever been. So in hindsight, to them, they feel so much older than these freshmen, which I get it, because in high school, like when you're a senior and there's a freshman, you're like worlds away from them. So I understand, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, you guys are still very young, and you guys are still acting very young and immature, and it's just like, okay. So I don't know, I just don't think Lynn Painter is an author for me. I think she's great if you like books that are young, like a younger read, and something that deals with like little to no like spice. I think you like it. Like, I don't like the spice, so I appreciate that there's like no spice, like almost no spice in here, but I just don't, there's just the writing that is just like a little off to me. So I'm gonna continue reading. I'm hoping to finish this today. According to Kindle, there's 4 hours left in the book, so maybe I'll finish it today. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna get to a quarter of the way through, and then I'm gonna take a break and watch some YouTube videos, because it is Sunday, and Sundays all my favorite creators upload. So let's eat some lunch, and then we're gonna watch some YouTube videos. You guys are currently sat in my cabinet, but I am freezing. I have not been able to warm up all day. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I don't know if this is the start of a cold. I really don't want it to be, because this is a really bad week for me to get sick, because my manager is on vacation, and we just had someone who was another manager leave, like quit, like she's like her 2 weeks, no, whatever, she's not there anymore. So like if I'm sick, I don't know who to contact, but like I feel fine, other than I'm just like freezing and there's a little bit of like stuffiness going on. But I'm gonna have some coffee. I probably should have tea, but I'm gonna have some coffee because I got new Nespresso pods. I haven't bought Nespresso pods in so long. I've just been refilling them, and this is what I've been refilling them with. The butter pecan, which I really like this flavor. I need to go get some before autumn is over with, because I think this is like a limited edition flavor. I got this one, and it's just maple pecan from Nespresso. I love this flavor so much. Whenever I get Dunkin', I get their butter pecan flavor. So, but I'm gonna have some coffee. Like I said, oh, my favorite mugs. I hate when my favorite mug is dirty. I'm this mug cat person. I don't have any Halloween mugs. I have Christmas mugs. Like I have my Grinch mug. But anyways, let's make some coffee. Hi friends, it's Monday and I finished a book. I finished Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I have a couple thoughts about it. My first thought is I think I'm done reading Lynn Painter books. I just have read 2 of them now. Both of them I'm kind of felt with the meh feeling, like I would have rather read something else in my time, and they're just incredibly young. It's just written kind of how a 16-year-old would write in their diary, retelling events that happened in their life. That's kind of how these 2 books read, and I just am not a fan of that. I don't like this type of writing. I mean, to be fair, like I am 30, so reading about these characters that are really young, I cannot relate to them at all. So, I mean, probably my fault for picking up this book and thinking it was gonna be like more mature. Also, I got the ick for Wes so many times during this book. Like, I know majority of books I read are written by women, so therefore the main male character is written by a woman. But usually you can't really tell because they're written as if they are a male. In this book, Wes seemed very much like a male written by a woman, if that makes sense. Like, I could tell Wes was written by a woman, and usually I can't with the books I read, so that didn't help his case at all. Also, the amount of times Wes mentions the scent of Liv's perfume or the way she smells was just overbearing. Like he's like, oh my God, I can smell her. Oh my God, I smell her perfume from a mile away. Chanel #5. Like, we get it. You like the way she smells. You don't need to say it on every single page. It was just weird. He has a thing with smells and it's just odd. They were trying to act too a lot older than what they were. Like, they're trying to put themselves so far above the other people in this book. So, for example, Wes was talking about how like his roommate who's 18 is such like a baby. Like, that's such a baby. Wes is only 20. Like, you're 2 years older than your roommate. You're not really that far ahead of him. Like, it doesn't, you're still in the same age group. You're still doing the same things he's doing. Like, I don't really understand why you need to think that you're just so much older. I don't know. I just struggle with that. I don't know. I just feel like that was a comment that didn't need to be made. And then also there was this one part where you're reading from Wes's point of view and he to himself says in his brain, la 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 la, like, no, I don't want to hear it, like la la. When has a man ever done that? I don't think I've ever known a man to do that. So it was just very weird. And I'm done reading Lynn Painter books because they're just not for me. The next book we're gonna read is Society of Lies. I started it and I am 8% into this book on chapter 5. I'm really not that far into it, but you're getting dual POVs in this book. So far, you're following this woman named Maya who is a graduate from Princeton and she goes there for the Princeton reunion thing. But this year's special because her sister is actually graduating from Princeton. So that's like kind of the only reason why she's there at this reunion thing, because she's there to see her sister graduate. So she goes, and the night that she's supposed to like see her sister for the first time, finds out her sister is dead. And so there's that, but then you're also getting the flashbacks of the sister's point of view. Naomi, I think is her name. And you're following the events leading up to how she died. So, Secret Society, Dark Academia, perfect for this time of year. This is definitely more my speed than Nothing Like the Movie, so I'm gonna go cuddle up on the couch and read this book because, guys, it is so cold out. It is, I went out to my car and I could see my breath. It's that freaking cold out. It's literally 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Ohio said, bye summer, hello fall. So I'm gonna go cut up on the couch and read, and I will update you guys when I have more updates. It's Wednesday. I have 30 minutes left of the Society of Lies, so I'm gonna sit here and finish this book. I just have to say something. This is unrelated to the vlog, but Liam Payne died today. I was a huge Directioner back in the day. I've seen them 4 times, absolutely love them. Like, they were my entire world. And like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And I don't know how to feel. I'm like shocked. I think it's fake, but it's not, but I think it's fake. I think anytime they're just gonna be like, ah, just kidding, but like he's dead. Like, I don't know how to feel. So I just had to say that. But anyways, we're gonna read the book, we're gonna finish it, and I will come back when I finish it with my thoughts and my rating. I finished it. I think I'm gonna give this book like a 2.5. I was into it in the beginning, like the whole set at Princeton, secret society, there's a murder that happened, very interesting. But the writing to me just felt kind of flat. I mean, this was this author's debut novel, so of course I wasn't expecting like amazing writing, but I wasn't expecting like this. This is the same thing that kind of happened with Immortal Dark, how it felt like this author just made bullet points and never filled in the middle of those bullet points. So like this author, one of the characters would do something, like something big would happen, and then we'd jump right to another scene. And it's like, okay, well, how did we get from that to that? And I don't like when authors do that. So yeah, and then some of the writing was very, I don't want to say Gen Z because I hate saying that. I hate when people are like, you're so millennial. I'm like, well, I'm 30. But it was giving Gen Z, there's nothing wrong with that. Just given Gen Z. That's all it was given. So yeah, 2.5. I think now I'm gonna go with another thriller. I have The Last One at the Wedding. Is that what it's called? I'll put the picture up here, but I have that one that came through my library. So I think that's gonna be my bedtime book. And then tomorrow after work, I'll pick up a physical book because I really wanna read a fantasy, but when I'm in bed, I don't like reading a physical book and I don't wanna read 2 fantasies. So I feel like that could be a little too much for me. So we're gonna read another thriller on the Kindle for now. So let's go do that. If you can hear my car running, I'm so sorry. It's currently 38 degrees out at 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm trying to defrost my car because I don't want to go out and scrape it. But hello, it's currently Thursday morning and I thought I would update you guys on my physical reading, but my audiobooks as well. Since this is like a mood reading vlog, I didn't even tell you guys what audiobooks I'm listening to. So if you don't know, I am lucky enough to be able to listen to audiobooks pretty much all day at work. I'm very thankful for that because it keeps me focused because I'd be extremely bored if I couldn't listen to it. So I have an audiobook I'm listening to on the way to work and like home, and that is From Here to the Great Unknown, which is Lisa Marie Presley's memoir that Riley Keough finished for her. It's actually really good. There's some obviously heartbreaking stuff in there and stuff I didn't know. If you don't know, I have this weird fascination with the Presley family. I don't know what it is. I just love to consume any media that has to do with them. So I have about like 56 minutes left of that book. And then while at work, I listened to Clash of Kings, which is the second book in the Game of Thrones series. And I am 23% of the way through that. It's a 37-hour audiobook left. I have 28 hours left. That tells you anything. So those are my audiobooks that I'm listening to at the moment. And then for physical reading, I picked up The Last One at the Wedding. I can't remember the author's name, but he wrote Hidden Pictures, and I'm actually really liking this book. Some people said it was slow, but I think it's interesting. You're following a father, which I don't normally read books that have the POV from the father, like ever. I can't even remember the last book I read that is just solely the father. And he reconnected with his daughter that hasn't really spoken to him in 3 years because something happened. I don't really know what. His wife died when his daughter was 10. So it's just been him and his sister raising his daughter. His daughter's name is Maggie, and Maggie calls him and says, "Hey, I'm getting married. I want you to meet my fiance." And so he goes and meets his fiance, or he goes and meets her fiance, and her fiance is very wealthy, comes from a very wealthy family. They made this big like tech startup company, but something's off about her fiance, and he can't quite put his pin, like he can't put a pin in it, what makes him so off. And so he goes to the wedding with his sister, and that's basically where I'm at now. So I think a bunch of stuff is gonna come out. Like this family's so rich, like they could murder someone and get away with it. That's how rich they are. So that's pretty much all. Oh, I guess I'm 20% of the way through that. I read it very quickly last night, the first like 80 or so pages. So I'm gonna go to work now, drive to work because my car is officially warmed up. I will talk to you guys after work. Guys, I meant to update you sooner than this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take these off because I feel like I can't even hear myself. But I have the cozy ambiance going on. We have, let me show you, cozy TV stuff. We have the candle, and I'm trying something new, the Olipop Crisp Apple. Now, I'm a Diet Coke girly. I love Diet Coke. I will forever love Diet Coke. Nothing will make me stop drinking my Diet Coke with my dinner. But I saw this and I said, crisp apple. The next thing I love is anything apple. I love apple juice, apple cider, anything apple flavored. I'm like, give me. So I got this, tried it. You know what? Hang on. At first it's good. And then you're like, yeah, that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? People that are like, oh my God, it's so good. Like I gave up pop for this. Girl, I could never give up Diet Coke inside this. But this is a fun drink. I do wish it had a little more sugar taste to it. It wouldn't be healthy then, Galen. But anyways, I just thought it fit the cozy ambiance. It is a Friday night. It is 7:43. And I'm debating on staying up and finishing The Last One at the Wedding because I have like under 2 hours left, I think. Let me check how far. I have an hour and 29 minutes left in this book and I want to find out what happens. Anything that happened in this book, I'm like, oh, You know, that's kind of like my thought process this entire book. Like, I feel like, I'm like, what's next? What are we gonna come up with next? I feel like this author was just reaching with every twist. So, I'm gonna finish this book. I'll come back and talk about my thoughts and all that. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi guys, it's the next morning. I didn't update you guys last night because I fell asleep, but I did finish the last one at the wedding and I've sat on it, I've slept on it, and I think I'm gonna give it like a 2.5. I loved Hidden Pictures, which is this author's first book. Obsessed with it. This one I went into with high expectations. So I'm like, oh my God, this book is gonna be so good. And while it had its moments, it's not as good as Hidden Pictures. It is an interesting read, and I definitely think it's a book that keeps you interested. Like, I don't find it slow. A lot of people thought it was slow, but I didn't find it slow. I thought every single chapter there was something that made me want to keep reading to find out. But with that being said, I feel like this author also thought of every single twist in a thriller genre you could think of and put it all in this book. I'm like, okay, what is next? It was a wild ride, and I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend it because it's just like odd. It's an odd book. I would say read the synopsis. If the synopsis seems like your type of thing, read it. But if not, don't even bother because I don't think it's honestly worth it. But we are on to the last book for this video. Well, I shouldn't say that because this is a week-long video and today is Saturday. And I think I started this video on a Sunday, but tomorrow I have plans, but not all day. So I don't know. We have 2 more days left of this video. I don't think I'm gonna finish the book I'm about to speak about, but we'll see. So I am currently reading The Dagger and the Flame. I have the physical book. It's packed away because I'm about to head to my parents' house today. That's why I don't think I'm gonna finish it because I am gone all day, but I'm gonna try and pick it up when I'm there. I don't really know much about this book because I am 50 pages into this book. It is a YA fantasy about assassins and thieves in this world, and supposedly there's like an enemies to lovers. That's all I know. So once I know more, I will update you guys, but I need to leave because I am 30 minutes behind the schedule I'm supposed to leave. So I will speak to you guys whenever, probably not today, but we'll see. Hi guys, it is now Sunday and I'm sadly coming on here to end the video, but also do a reading update. So I didn't read a lot yesterday because I ended up getting a migraine towards the end of the day. So there was no reading to be had whatsoever. But I ended up picking this book up this morning and I am 74 pages into this book. So I think I only read like 20 something pages since last time we spoke. Not really much to say on this book. I am enjoying it. That's all I can say, I'm sorry. But I don't even know what this video looks like because I haven't edited yet. So I really hope it's not too short, but I have a feeling this video is gonna be super short because I don't think I got a lot of footage this week. So I do sincerely apologize, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog anyways. And if you guys want me to do more mood reading vlogs, let me know because this was actually really fun for me to just pick books without having like a set TBR for a video. I will see you guys next week. Remember to be kind to yourself and others around you, and goodbye.